let's see if... Oh. Okay. I dropped down. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. I think I'm back. All right, so I dropped down to 4,500 for my bit rate and dropped down to 720. So let me know if this is terrible or if we're still good to go. Y'all, with the internet that I have and the hardware that I've bought for this stream, I should be able to stream at 1080 with 60. I don't know. The stream health does say unstable, so I don't... Who knows, man? I also dropped my frames. I dropped down to 30 FPS. Weather outside is pretty nasty. It's definitely raining. Yeah, see, I have dropped frames. I don't know, guys. What do we think? Turning off the low latency settings. JTR, that's a great question. I'm going to have an uncomfortable conversation with them. Streaming's a mental health day, and then it wouldn't be unstable. Yeah, it really is. I don't understand this. Like, honestly. Very, very strange. Unstable is on the Twitch side, I believe. Is it because of the affiliate situation? I was asking someone on YouTube to put in the chat if they were having similar issues. So guys over on YouTube, if you are seeing any issues, let me know in the chat. Affiliates are limited too. I don't know then. Oh, it's pouring outside though. Might have something to do with it. Am I still having dropped frames? Better now? All right, let's push through. If it drops again, I will see you guys next week. I'm gonna follow up with AA and I forget who the other one was. That is Twitch experienced. Anyway, all right, let's take a look at this. Jelly Beans, an overview of what we're working on. Yeah, Squall Dog. Hey, Eve, we are live. I see you're over on YouTube. Did you have any connection issues? Because I'm trying to compare YouTube to Twitch. Hey, Horton, good to see you. Okay, Jelly Beans. So what we're working on is my personal website. This is going to be a sponsored series on the Futures main channel with Webflow. So it's going to be a 7-episode series. We are taking this project from, the jump. And I figured while I'm working on it, might as well stream and loop people into the whole process. Because with building a brand, that was a great series and it was very educational, but at the same time, people missed out on a lot of the nitty gritty, like the stuff that we're doing right now, pushing pixels and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So right now I'm working on the contact form, and this is the first form on the website. So I'm trying to figure out how to best make this. All right, let's see. So we've got this 70 pixels high. This is the body type size of 28. It's pretty massive, but this is also a massive screen. Browser size. So I gotta be honest, guys. I'm a little flustered. Your boy is a little flustered by this whole stream thing. Flustered is a word that literally sounds like its definition. You know? Could do that. I'm still struggling with the differentiating the button from the form field. Rescaling options, which is weird. Yeah, it still says unstable, but the bitrate is down from 6,000 to 4,200. So I don't know, man. I do not know. Something like that, where when the user clicks on the form, the label kind of moves out of the way. And then they're able to type. There we go. Still love the grainy background texture. Me too, man. Me too. And for this one, I'll probably just like wrap this second sentence in a span so that when it animates up, it just like the span kind of disappears. That makes sense. Hey, Avalon. You know what would be cool is if the forms change or the fields change depending on what option you pick. So if this was like a tabbed form, then I could gather more information about like the collaboration or the partnerships or the speaking engagement, that kind of thing. That could be really neat. Solid background without the grain. That's cool. Let's try it. Actually, that looks pretty neat. Good idea. Were you just outside? My wife just barreled through the door and she's soaking. It's raining outside, so she's like soaking wet. What were you doing? Car to the garage?
That's fine.
Monsoon season here. It's crazy. What's up, David? Wouldn't change the form. People hate filling out long, complex forms. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. More coffee? Yeah. Absolutely. The internet keeps dropping out again. Yeah, coffee and rain. Yep. Yeah, it does not. It definitely does not rain this bad in Los Angeles. That's for sure. Could go like right now. These are what, 58 or 60. We could go something like I don't know, reducing the height. Of these elements here. We had a couple of really good rainstorms in Los Angeles. It was not it was definitely not like the South Carolina monsoons that happen. When I lived in Savannah, that was crazy rain. That was like you'd be driving and then you'd hit the rain like a brick wall. You just drive right into it. Bam. So it never rained like that in Los Angeles, but like for example, when we moved to Los Angeles, it was in January of 2017, and for that first month, it was raining. And that was like when the drought was fixed. So thanks. Sam's in the chat, being a UX downer. I'm just playing, man. It's so important, but still. I think in these cases, especially for like personal sites, sometimes it's okay to bend the rules a little bit, you know what I mean? And this is something I've always wanted to do, so I'm gonna do it. I'm just a rebel like that. No, I'm just kidding. I've been to Boone, JTR. Boone is beautiful. It is definitely in the boonies, but like, yeah. Let's see. Speaking, partnership. What was the other one? Interview. I think I'm gonna have to recreate that. Although, if we're gonna do the 3D thing, like we could carry that through to the form fields, which might be nice. Look at that trippy shape. Wow. It's really strange. Select it. Path 202. I've obviously not been naming my layers. Alright, screw it. We'll just start from scratch. Probably going to be too much. I wonder why I can't grab this path when I create that. Let's try this. Restart this. Digging that 3D button? Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what Twitch does for a lot of their stuff, so I can't claim any kind of originality, but like, I don't know, I'm just like it. And I looked up how to do this, and I found a tutorial where you can do this with a border effect, which is pretty neat. So it's simple and it doesn't involve an actual Webflow interaction. We can do it all in CSS. JTR, you should definitely go streaming after this. Will that 3D be on hover only? Yeah. Yep. I don't know if the colors are right because they feel a little bit fun juxtaposed on that dark background, but we'll see. There we go. We could also switch it and go red here, pink there, and a pink background. That feels weird. You kind of want the dark, like the shading on the extrusion part. Feels like they all need 3D or none of them. So these are tabs. So like there's buttons and tabs, and then the whole thought process behind this was like on hover, you'd get this effect. You know, it would kind of like extrude out. And then when you selected it, it kind of settles back down and just changes color like that. The extrusion is crazy though, and I don't know why I can't double click into this thing. If I add a border back, no. You should be able to double click and then edit the vector path, but with the pen tool, it just creates a new path. So it's not like Illustrator or anything like that. It's really strange. Say this simple shape, if I double clicked it, you can see I can grab the points. But for some reason, this is just not wanting to participate. Oh, the copy does. So weird. Hey, Centaur, thank you. You have a good one too. Having it extrude out seems like that tab is active. It's also a language that we haven't really used in the rest of the site, so I don't know if it'll stick. But it's nice to see it, you know? Let's iterate on this. Form fields are something that just, like, takes some time to get right. Unless you throw a box around some text, in which case, that's super easy. Hey, Suleiman. Did I turn my bits off? I didn't accept the affiliate agreement yet. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hit the bathroom. When we come back, we'll iterate on this. We'll make them all 3D, but I will be right back. We're back. Super vibey in here now. Should check to make sure. Get some time. Okay. All right, so let's do the. Okay, Nafe says so. Not click. There's a black top with a gray border, no extrusion. Okay, so kind of like this, right? Gray text. Hover is a black top with a gray border and a pink extrusion. Pink text. Okay, let's try that. So we would do pink text, that black with, said a gray border. Might be better off with a pink border, to be honest. So basically you're saying get rid of the orange. Oh, that's pretty cool. So then clicked is pink top. Yep, check. Gray border, no extrusion, gray text. I don't think we can do gray text like that. I think we definitely would do something like that. Simplifying the color palette is basically what you're saying. We could do a border on that, but I don't know. I don't know how it would look here. Yeah, there's not enough contrast there. Hey, Raul. Oh, thanks. Ha! You can't see the screen. That's funny. Full screen. Oh, yeah, I see. There it is. Yeah, so this simplifies things. It makes it much much easier to understand than the red, or combining the two colors. So I like it because the actually let's bear with me one moment. Let's try this with red. Let's just see. Just to see, okay? Oh, pink's way better. Way better. This is tough to read. I really like this orangey red color for some of the accents that we've put across the site, like these things. And then in the nav, let's see, we've got this thing, and this was red for a while. And these are really cool, depending on, you know, what version you're on. But in terms of interaction, that subtle pink is nicer. So I agree. The way of the pink. So basically the top can stay the same color, but the extrusion needs to match the border, and so does the text, and then you're set. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Probably put this in order, yeah. So, static, hover, active. That's cool. What do we think about 3D form fields? See, this one's doing the same thing now that I'm done editing it. It's really strange. Enter works though, for some reason. That's gonna be way too much, isn't it? Way too much. Homie's gonna click on the field. The label's gonna move. The field itself is gonna move, and then they're gonna bail. They're gonna like throw their computer. Oh yeah. So yeah, see, you guys are saying just keep it to the tabs. Yep. And clicker flee. Get out of here! Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. I keep trying to combine this pink and orange, but every time I do, it's definitely the right call not to do that. How are they tabs and not stylized radio buttons? Same difference, honestly. If they were tabs, if we styled them as tabs, we could change the form fields. But the sentiment in the chat is that lengthy form fields are not good. Which I can agree with it. Yeah. Let's see. Find my arrow. Whoops. Okay, I think that's good for now. If I push this any further, I'm gonna get sick of it. All right. So I have two more things to put on this page. First is kind of social media links and stuff like that. And the second is kind of a disclaimer. So what I don't want to do is open my inbox up for everybody who's looking for a critique or has a question about business and stuff like that, because we already get a lot of that. And even though we absolutely love interacting, we can't answer all of the questions. So I do want to put a disclaimer on here somewhere that's like, hey, listen, the best way to have a relationship with me is to join one of the streams, or join my Discord, or that kind of thing. So that's what I'll add here. And I figure the best way to do that is saying, like, hey, listen, before you reach out, I'd love to answer every single question that everybody has. I can't. So if you do have a question, the best place to find me and have a relationship is on social media. And then I can put a link to, or like a preview of the Twitch stream, and then, all the social links there on the side. That's what I'm thinking. Just like a little disclaimer. It's like, hey, can't answer every single email that I get, so. Ron's face. Did you guys see this video with me and Ron? It's on Flux's channel. And the funny thing is that like when I like said hello, I put my hand on his shoulder and it looks like I shook the crap out of him. He like moved like a rag doll. It was hysterical. Checking out the animation for designers page on the Future website. It's blank. Oh no. I'll send a Slack message to saying. Let's check that real quick. Might be on your end. Unless you have a weird link. Let me know if you have a different link than I do. That's good. That's weird. Really strange. Yeah, this is his happy face because I had just told him all the secrets of monetizing your audience in a way that doesn't feel slimy. So he was super stoked that day because that was the day that like he decided to start down the education path instead of just the vlog path. So he's super excited about this new direction. And then we had a chat about, strategy and all that kind of stuff too. I felt so bad though, for real. Like when I grabbed his shoulder, I didn't mean to. I don't know. It just flung around like a rag doll. Poor guy. I don't like that those two things are in alignment. Too small. David, thank you. This is Voltura. I think it's on Creative Market. It's one of the only fonts on Creative Market that I can recommend. And it is gorgeous. You have to be careful with it though, because it doesn't work well in small spaces. Like this is probably the smallest that I would take this typeface. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna have to refine the language on this page because it's like it's full of contradictions. Let's work together, but not really. I'd love to hear from you, but not really. Like, it's so funny. Oh, you went to Color for Creative, scrolled down to the related products, and clicked animation. Oh, I know what that means. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we haven't added the animation sales page into that collection yet. That's where the dead link is coming through. I'll show you guys what's up. So this is a static page. We're testing out this new sales page design. Chris and Sang and I collaborated on this. And if you notice, if you go to a different sales page, there's a different layout. So we're testing this, see if it impacts conversion, and we're doing it with two courses, the animation course and then the typography course. So since this is a static page, we must have accidentally published a blank version of the CMS version for animation. So I'll have Sang unpublish that. Good catch though, thank you. Are we doing our website in-house? Yeah, we built the Futures website. Actually it was Greg, Sang, and I that built that site. Yep. David, I love these streams. Hate to leave. Do you repost them not live? Yeah, the VODs are all on my channel for now. So catch them live. I try to do some quick like edits and trims. Ever since the internet has been weird, it's uploading multiple VODs to the YouTubes, so just be aware that sometimes you'll have a part 1 and part 2 of a single day. Hey, thanks, Alan. Appreciate that. This playlist is not just jazz, it's a couple like lo-fi. It's all on Epidemic Sound. F3, F3, F3. It's my favorite, man. Such a good gray. Right, so we don't need this. And we don't need this on this page. Could do. Just curious, off the top of your head, what's your favorite page on the Futures website? Hey Jason, new here, what's the software? It's Adobe XD. What's your favorite page? I'll share mine in a second. Any hints on upcoming courses for the future? All right, so the one that we have in the tank, I'm so stoked for this. The one that we have in the tank is a creative advertising course, and it's taught by someone who teaches at the premier advertising school, university here in the States. So that's the one that we've been kind of like sitting on. It hasn't been produced yet, but that's probably going to be the next pre-launch. I'm really stoked for that. It's all about marrying words with images. Yeah, I would absolutely recommend typography, and the animation. Apostolos is such a good teacher. He's so engaging and he's so funny. He digs at Chris the entire class. So that's going to be a really good one. So the one question I have on this page, pull in a note here, is how to display other social. So I kind of want to put it over here. We could do a grid. We could do a slider like we've done over here on the now page. We could do icons. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be like a more creative way to display that. And basically the only couple things that I want to promote are my Instagram, the Discord, and YouTube. Not interested in maybe Twitter, I guess. So all of them. Copywriting and creative direction for ads. Yeah, it's more like creative concepting for ads. That is going to be the the hook for that class. It's going to be really neat. All right. Okay. Put this up here in the graveyard. It's 2 button styles. Do I have any tips on how to be creative with forms and inputs? Man, forms and inputs are tough because there's such a, you have to be careful with usability. So getting too creative can be pretty dastardly. Yeah, there's only so far that you can stretch these things. So the extent of my creativity for this is just a label that moves out of the way instead of using a placeholder and stuff like that. It's something that we struggled with on the Future too. So let's pull up that site here. Matter of fact, if we go to Pocketful of Dough, you can actually buy this from the Webflows site. It's something we're experimenting with. And if we continue to check out, this form is really sexy. Like, it's underline only. It's got the meta text up here, and then the forms automatically like fill. The thing is that like when we started with this, we had these labels as placeholders, and the placeholders were not enough. We need the form labels on there for conversions. So we definitely put the just moved them up to labels and formatted them in this meta text. Yep. So it's something that we've fought with on the Future as well. Like how to get creative. Thankfully, we just use like simple box buttons, so we're not, pushing the bounds of anything like that. Let's see, let's find a normal page that has like a newsletter subscribe thing on it. Let's see, maybe pricing. No, that does not have it. Maybe the homepage. Yeah, so here's the other style of form that we've done, and this does not have any like labels on it, and I know that there's UX issues here. And then also one issue that we're encountering is this checkbox. When we haven't changed this since we first built the site, but this checkbox, when you check it, it adds an X, and the feedback that we've gotten is like, does X mean no? When really it checks the box, So we have to adjust this form, and I think we're gonna pull the styling from the checkout form that we've done into the rest of our forms here, because it looks good. But that was a long way to answer. Like, how do we get creative with forms and inputs? And I think that's one of those things where like you can push it to a certain point, but any further and you're gonna start running into usability issues. Let's see, how about these guys? Let's see what they did for their forms. I'm starting to see a lot fewer websites actually have contact forms and more emails. So like, here's an email for this company. Oh yeah, AA, that would be great. Thank you. Let's see. This guy doesn't have any contact at all on his site. Just this, that's it. I love this cursor takeover though, the circle. They did it here too. The nice thing is that they didn't hide the original cursor on this one as well. Curious to see what some of my other inspiration sites have done with form fields. Born Fight's usually a good one. Yeah, you can see here, like, you'll understand that this is a form, but I would wonder how much like a typical user would know that this is an actual form field. Because like I was saying before, the message form, like this multi-line text here, is if you're only going underline, it's going to be really difficult for someone who's not familiar, who doesn't speak the language of the internet, to say, oh, this is multi-line text. I can go here and then hit enter. Right on. Thanks, A. So this one, again, no form fields, just emails. Fight. Yeah. So let's test this out. Line 1, line 2. Okay, so they did exactly what I was referring to. When you have a multi-line text field, you can hit enter and then the underline just kind of goes down. So that's the way I would do it if I was doing exclusively underlines. But again, they're missing labels here, so I'm wondering if they're meeting usability tests. The language of the internet, meaning memes. Why didn't we use Webflow for the future website? We did. This entire thing is built in Webflow. The only thing that's not built in Webflow is our old merch store, and that's still on the WordPress website. And that's simply because we sell bundles and stuff like that, which we're not able to process very well with Webflow. The WordPress has a big advantage over Webflow on physical e-commerce. So anything that like swag that you want to sell, hats, shirts, anything that requires shipping, WordPress is the right call right now. Webflow you can set shipping rates and you can integrate with the third-party piece of software called Shippo in order to pull your shipping rates from, but it doesn't work both ways. You set the shipping rates on Webflow and that's what it charges, whereas in WordPress the shipping rates can be dynamically drawn from the post office or whatever. So that's why we still use WordPress for this kind of stuff. It's confusing. We're going to migrate everything over to Webflow on the e-commerce side as soon as we simplify our offerings and we are able to figure out shipping and fulfillment in a way that's not going to like break the bank on our side. Hey Lazy, how are you? Thanks for the follow. How do labels benefit usability over placeholders? Can't web readers see the placeholders? I don't think so. Everything that I've read says that you really need labels, and especially for, it may not be for visual accessibility, but maybe it's like for the visually impaired people that are looking for audio prompts or something like that. Not really sure. I bet you Sam knows though. You know, it's really interesting the difference between YouTube and Twitch in the latency. Because I feel like Twitch, the latency is a lot lower between the words that I say and the chat response. It's really interesting. Nice. Well, Abdul Nasser, steal away. Labels are a must for tabbing through form fields. Yeah. And just because you can see something doesn't mean that the machine is reading it in the right way. And that's where labels come in. And we've failed on that on the Future site in the past. Like our newsletter sign up form doesn't have labels, all that kind of stuff. YouTube is 20-second delays. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. I like the look of placeholder only forms, but yeah, it just doesn't work. That's why I like this way. You know, it's super clean. Probably there's usability issues, Sam, but I like it. Okay. Should line up with that there. Denzel, greetings from the Philippines. What's up? 30 was the longest delay between broadcast and YouTube. That's crazy. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Between the stream crashing and all this kind of stuff today, I am feeling a little bit lost. What were we gonna do? We were gonna work on the blog. That's what we were gonna do. So let's pull a copy of this because this does not match the rest of the new stuff that we've done. So this is a content layout. All right, let's think about this. Okay, so the language that we've used on the site so far, individual content page, is like a one-word header that shows up. It's basically the title of the page. It shows up above the fold, and then you've got something down below it that, you know, indicates that there's more. So the user scrolls. With a blog post or a video, I don't think that that's going to be possible, because if we tried to style this in this typeface, let's see. You know, we'd be taking up a ton of page room. So we got to figure out how to style this title and still make the entire thing feel like you're still in the same website. Oops. Tell you take a 10 to look at this sometimes and I'll be convinced. Okay. Let me copy this link over. And I promise you I will look. Because you're probably right. But look at how cool that looks though. You know? Oh, this is some reading. I'm not going to do this on stream, but I will definitely take a look. Hey, Lamont. Good to see you. How do you feel about just having a discussion over best UX practices? Sounds good. Also sounds like just a little bit boring. No offense to our YouTube folks in the chat. Hey, YouTube in that short command, or that command would be great. Okay. Still feels like the same site. Question in the chat: how do you all feel about podcasts with other designers? Yeah, actually, Samuel Gregory, who is a pro member, dropped a podcast featuring yours truly today, and it was a really fun conversation. He asked about automation and the tools that we use to run the future and all sorts of different stuff. It was a great chat. Had fun. It's always nice to jump on a podcast with somebody who has kids. I don't think Samuel has kids, but his business partner does, and we got a good discussion about the perils of fatherhood. It was fun. I actually enjoy podcasts over a video interview because I honestly don't know why. Now that I think about it, it's crazy. Yeah, Fran just got the link. Yep. Yeah, that feels right. This text could be bigger. Let's see if it works. Hey Sam, I am on Twitch. Welcome. Hey, I go by Zach. Okay, I feel like that header is a little bit more in line with the other ones that we've done. Obviously, I wish I could go with that typeface, but it just does not work. Although, hold up now. What do you guys think? Is it legible enough? I don't know. The music. Kerning looks strange between the eye and hesitated. Okay. Yeah, it does. Let's see. It's really tightly tracked, so it's not going to fix it. So obviously the kerning with digital type, you can't really adjust the kerning between two specific letters because this heading is going to change. Obviously it's going to be a totally different title depending on what the article is. So if the kerning doesn't work for the font out of the box, that's going to be an issue. Compare these two. So this one has a lot more personality. You come here for the jams? Kind kind of feeling this. It's just, I think maybe we just got to figure out how to make it work. Maybe moving this stuff down here. Hey, Marcine. Hey, Rom, good to see you. You know, we could just lose the categories altogether. I don't think I'm going to incorporate that into too much of my, like, the navigation through this. So, in which case, we could add this as article. That feels nice. The gap between these two things, like these two columns, is a little wide. Could just screw the grid and say, let's go here. Yep, that feels better. Sam, yeah, kind of. It's a personal website. Yep. I'll have work on here as well. So one thing I want to do here that we're working on over on the Futures site is these text boxes are rich text box or rich text fields, I guess, in the back end of Webflow. And you have an opportunity when you're writing a blog to put images in there, and you can style them in three ways. They're centered. I think that they're using float, not as like the CSS term, but just like alignment, float left and float right. And you can style each way that each alignment that the image has. So I think what I'm going to do is have the left aligned images actually have a negative margin, so they hang out of the text box. So we'll have to figure out how to make that like truly responsive, but I really like, playing around with image alignment because you can do some cool stuff like this, especially if your captions are on point. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Because you could take this and do some kind of cool caption system over here, where you pull the caption away from the actual image and just do a that doesn't mean anything, but it's just so by setting the image and the caption, you can break up the blog layout like that. So that could be the left aligned image, this could be the right aligned, and then for center aligned, let's get this length right here. All right, centered image. Just break the grid a little bit on that. And that gives it a nice feeling. All right, let's see how this scrolls. I'm kind of sold on this using the Vultura as a headline. I didn't think that it would be as legible as it came out. Yeah, that's nice. I love seeing you guys collab in the chat. So Rom and AA are working together on a logo, it looks like. It's great. Let's see, what time is it? Oh my god, it's already after 1. Holy smokes. I have a meeting at 1:30, guys, so we're gonna wind the stream down a little bit early. We do not have time for a full critique today. All right, let me put this footer on here. add a note. We need to do that still. Okay. All right. So let's review what we've got so far. Start over here. We've got the home page. We've got our list pages. So we've got resources, content, projects, and then we finished the, well, almost finished the collab page today. We got a pretty solid layout going for the content page. Individual content page. Right on. I think that's it, guys. I think we're in good shape. So on Friday I rescheduled the stream because we've got some quarterly stuff going on that I need to prep for. But I will be back on Tuesday for sure, and possibly this weekend. This weekend, if I can carve out some time, apart from family stuff, what I want to do is try and get the first iteration of the My Story page down, and that is going to be beastly because I have some crazy ideas that I want to try on that, and it's also the most difficult page to put together because there's a narrative in place. So we'll see. Keep your eye out. If you're not following on Twitch, that's the best place to get notified. Their notifications come through on your phone, and we'll see if we can do a weekend stream. So, all right, guys. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Oh, raid. Oh, God, yeah. Sam Woodhall. Oh, yeah, I follow Sam. Let's do that. Let's go raid Sam. Pull up his stream on my computer. All right, guys, we'll raid Sam. You show him some love. He's a designer, animator, and works with streamers to help them out with their setups. Maybe I need to talk to Sam. All right, guys, till next time. Thanks a bunch. All right, rating in 3 seconds. Go.